Good afternoon and welcome to week 5. I hope you all are having a wonderful weekend and are enjoying summer. With that, let's jump into week 5. This week is all about collaboration and utilizing technology to collaborate. We've already done a little bit of this, right? We're using the discussion board, which is a forum and a venue for which we can collaborate using technology. And this week, we're going to look at other resources and tools that you can use to do in your classroom. So as we talked about, our outcomes is going to look at electronic media. It's going to look at how we can design, adapt, and utilize lessons to meet student needs. Looking at how we can use technology to give students feedback and give parents feedback, depending on the grade level, and then utilizing it to collaborate. Your readings and videos, as I said before, it's all about technology to collaborate. Really dive in, really look at some of those tools. And then our creativity tools is all going to be about screencasting. So I've taught multiple courses through Concordia, and I've utilized different screencast tools, Screencastify, Google Meets. In this case, I'm using Zoom, right? So it all depends on the level and the features that you want to do. And it's just kind of your own comfort level. So just dive into each one of those. Many of them are free versions. So as we get into our activity throughout this course, just understand that there are free versions that you can access. Our discussion boards this week is last week you read Jen Wagner's quote, "Don't just be a sponge, but be a watering can." What is something you are doing or can do to inspire others, right? So what we do, we all got into education, right? Because we want to help, support, assist, whatever that looks like. But really, looking at this lens of you're learning all this new technology, right? You're like learning all these cool tools, right? How are you going to go back? How are you going to share this with your colleagues? At your staff or within your district, so you're getting all this wonderful information. Now how are you going to take that watering can and sprinkle it so then it spreads, right? Our assignment this week is kind of fun. It's a very unique assignment. So part 1, I have 3 activities for you. One is a Google map. So you're going to click on the link, so it's going to be right below my weekly video. You're going to click on that weekly map, on the Google map, and then you're going to post to one of your favorite locations in the world and write a little something about that and insert a picture from that place. So you'll see mine. I'm starting it in Montenegro. Actually going to be in Montenegro this summer, visiting my wife's family. So looking at that, you're going to post, right? And then Padlet. I think most of you have used a Padlet before, but if you haven't, it's just like a giant whiteboard, and it's like virtual sticky notes. You're going to click on the plus arrow, put a sticky note, put a little bit about yourself, upload a picture, and there you go. Google Slides, reading from the discussion board. Most of you have done Google Slides, so this is just going to be an activity for you where each of you are going to contribute using a Google Slide. So you're going to add to the presentation by customizing your own slide, right? So all those links should be set so that they're viewable and editable to all of you. And then the second piece of this is now you are going to be the teacher and you're going to be doing a design project. So you're going to come up with a lesson plan of which you are going to design a lesson that incorporates some use of technology to have students collaborate, right? And so knowing that, you're going to submit your written lesson plan in a Word document only. You're going to identify the learning goals, the objectives, learning, the ISTE standards, what are the students expected to do, and also resources. You're going to incorporate a formal assessment rubric, a sample student project, and then you're going to participate in 3 students' perspective activities listed below in part 1. So those are those 3 activities. So again, for your teacher perspective, it's going to be your project guidelines, your formal assessment, and your student project. Please use the lesson plan template. So in week 3, I posted to the announcement. If you follow that template, you're going to land in a very, very good spot. The key here is, and what I've seen folks miss the mark on, is 1, they don't include a rubric, and 2, they don't include a sample project. So for an example would be, I created these Google Slides. That would be an example of a student project, a Padlet, right? that would be an example. So you're going to have to go in and then mimic as if you are the student to submit that example. And then the Christian message this week, I love this one. Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. I really think, right, we've gotten to a place in society where, unfortunately, right, it is very accepted, and it's almost become the norm, unfortunately, for others to put others down. And I am challenging you this week to switch that narrative, right? I am challenging you to find ways in which you can help others. You can encourage others. You can give others compliments. You can be present with one another. But really, right, as Christ and God want us to do, is to build others up, not bring them down, but to bring them up. And so my challenge is find one person this week that you can reach out to compliment, to build them up, to help support. And I believe if each one of us in this world did something of that nature, right, we're going to be in a much better place. So again, start small, throw that starfish into the sea. It just starts with one. So with that, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.